Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Brains Brewery in Cardiff, Wales, and it is a bottle of their Santa's Beard coming in at 4.5% ABV. I like the label, it's cheery, it's Christmassy, you've got that classic dragon top there. It's my first Christmas beer of the year, 2013, and it's just flown by. The year has absolutely flown by. And what a year it's been. I haven't got this Brains glass out. This Brains glass, I've been using this for years with my reviews, but it's not been out for so long. It's been a while since I've reviewed a Brains beer in my kitchen. Now, I am quite excited by this. Normally Christmas ales can be a bit mundane, a bit boring. You know, the kind of the ones you get four for £5, that type of thing. They're slung in a basket. That type of Christmas ale, they're like, you know. But I've got my eye on this. I'm wondering. Number one, because it's a milk stout. Number two, if you haven't seen it, watch my Shining Tsar. Brains brewed a Russian Imperial Stout at 7.5% ABV, and I was lucky enough to try it at the brewery, and it was an amazing kind of beer to drink. If you can find that, watch it. I'll go into why and all the reasons in a moment, why I'm really looking forward to this dark ale by Brains. But let's go into the look of the beer then. So we've got a little bit of light bleeding through at the bottom of this dark beer. So really, well, for me, it's a black. It is a black beer for me on camera. Carbonation rising up the side of the glass there. It's a 2 to 3 tan coloured head, which is dissipating nice and slowly. I'm going to get my nose into this beer then. Yes, and just yes. It's classic Brains when they come to brew a dark beer. You can almost smell that creamy mouthfeel. You can almost smell it. I'm picking up a dark fruit. It's almost like a dark berry of some kind. It's vinous. I love a good vinous beer, and they only seem to come from dark beers. And then all of the other classic chocolate, coffee, caramel, roasted coffee, that type of thing. So I'm going to dive in. And what I'm looking for is the mouthfeel. Cheers. Yeah, and there it is. It's, for me, and it could be just me, everyone's different. When I see a dark beer with a big kind of thick head and it looking pretty in the glass and black like that, I want this beer to be like, as my good friend Real Ale in 140 puts it, like putting one of them small Kinder bars in your mouth and sucking it through. It's that kind of, that's the best way I can describe this kind of creaminess that goes on with the beer. It's like putting a small Kinder bar in your mouth and just sucking on it, where it all kind of dissolves and sticks to the inside of your mouth. That's what I'm picking up with this beer. So it's rich, medium mouthfeel, nice and creamy. Flavour wise, yes, again, it's vinous, it's fruity, it's hoppy, maybe some Fuggles or something like that in there. I'm not sure if it's bottle conditioned. I'll give it a go. But it's got a lot of depth to it. There's layers of flavours. You've got a few different caramels, a few different coffees, some nice bitter chocolate. And let's be fair, this beer has been brewed for Christmas. It's a good, solid, dark beer. All winter long we could have snow, rain, hail. It's going to be freezing outside. Some people are going to be out working in it. They want to finish work, sit down perhaps in front of the fire or in the pub, sitting by the fireplace in the pub. And you know the scene, you picture the scene. You've got a pint of this now, and the fire's warming you up from the outside, and this beer is kind of hugging you from the inside. That's what that's what I'm getting from this Santa's beard from Brains. It's a really good, solid Christmas beer. And it's not just another mundane, boring, dusty on the shelf Christmas beer that you're going to see in January reduced to kind of 75p a bottle. It's not that. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's worth tracking down. I believe it's in Tesco, so have a look in your local Tesco for Santa's Beer by Brains, and I'm going to give it a rating. I really like this. Really, really like it. I said quickly, I said I would explain why I had a kind of a feeling about this beer. And that is because if you watch my Shining Tsar beer review of the Russian Imperial Stout from Brains, I explain from Brains Dark in the bottle, which is fantastic. Then we move up to the kind of the original stout and they brew up Brains Black. Their beers have got mouthfeel. They've got creaminess. They know how to make a stout. So the Shining Star was that big step up, that big, full-bodied, rich, lovely, lovely beer. So then when they brought out this milk stout for Christmas, it was kind of obvious to me that the mouthfeel was going to be there. And I had a feeling. So I said I'd give you a rating. I like this a lot. I like this enough to give it a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews and cheers.